Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the March 4th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a little time for myself. Today is my mom's birthday. She passed away in 2008, but of course I think about her and her twin brother, my uncle, who is also gone. He passed away even earlier than my mom, but I think of them both on this day. So we'll say the Serenity Prayer in 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to take a minute to look this over. The question is, which defects can I turn over today? And the passage begins with a person going out to their garden to weed by themselves and noticing that the neighbors were also out weeding, but the husband, it doesn't say whether they're husband and wife, it doesn't say, it just said the husband of the neighbor was helping their spouse, and this person was gardening all alone. And this person felt like they didn't get any help. They never get any help. Their thoughts were snowballing into negativity. And so they kept on working, and they thought about step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character, along with step 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. And this person just kept weeding, and it says when they finally, I guess, looked up, they saw that their garden looked fantastic from all their work. And this person says that God removed their shortcomings while they were weeding. Today's reminder, step 6 and 7 help us remove our defects of character with the help of our higher power. And the quote is from the Al-Anon Family Groups Classic Edition. Oh, it says that Al-Anon helps us cultivate the garden of our lives. And the question, which defects can I turn over today? Probably I was going to say worrying about things that aren't in my control, but I haven't really done that today. But it's been in my mind a lot. But what I've done is when I realize that I'm thinking about something that I can't control, I ask my higher power for help, and literally it's gone. It's so amazing. But the thing is, I do it like dozens and dozens of times a day. Like it's almost 3 o'clock, and I've done it dozens and dozens and dozens of times today. But it works. So as soon as I realize I'm doing it, I just say, please help me. Your will, this is exactly what I say. Please help me, your will, not mine. And it literally disappears. It's like it dissolves and it just goes away. It's so cool. So I would say I would say that probably. I think that's it. I was going to say questioning my self-worth, but that hasn't been a defect of character today because I haven't questioned my self-worth today. That's pretty cool. I don't think I have. No. I don't think I've taken anything personally. Uh yeah. I just feel like I've been a pretty good observer today, and I feel like I've also been I've also been like very I volunteered at the thrift shop earlier today, so I was very talkative and friendly because I was working at the front desk for part of the morning. So I have to be very, appreciative of our customers. That's easy to do. Oh my gosh, we have the nicest people come in, the nicest people. And they're probably just regular people, and I think most people are nice. I want to say something, but I don't want, because I observed something really interesting today. I want to say something, I don't want to be judged, and I want to say, first and foremost, that I am always learning. I am a work in progress. I am perfectly imperfect. Okay, so we have people of different political ideologies who come to the thrift shop, who volunteer at the thrift shop. They're all, decent human beings. I heard a conversation today. It didn't include me, but it was like right where I was, and so I could hear it. And I wasn't involved in it, so I wasn't like listening to the whole thing, but I heard the very end of it, and it was so amazing. It was one of our volunteers talking to a regular customer who is just like the sweetest elderly lady. And the volunteer said, "We're okay now. I sleep well now." And the customer said, "Yeah, everything's going to be okay." And I know that that volunteer feels very differently than I do. And it just brought me a lot of humility because I sleep very well too. I sleep very well because I have faith and I believe in the kindness and the compassion of people. But I was just so humbled. I've talked about the rabbit holes before. I watch one video and then it goes to another video and another video, and I think I'm being balanced, and I think I'm being what's the word? I can't think of another word but balanced. I'm having a hard time articulating. I just thought it was amazing how people can feel so differently and so strongly feel so differently. And the bottom line is, and I said this at the very beginning, months ago, it doesn't really, what am I trying to say? Like, it doesn't, the most important thing is not who is like in charge of our country, the president of our country. The most important thing is that we're working together to do what's good for people. And I'm just going to stop there because I'm not privy to information. I know I go to one source of information. They're saying one thing, which is basically that, you know, democracy is ending. I go to another news source and they say that, what needs to be done is getting done. So basically, I I have my opinions, but when I think about if they're factually based, I don't know because where am I getting my facts? So can I tell you that I have like an inner like a feeling, like a deep-seated feeling of how I think I feel? Yes. I just I didn't realize that it was so impactful to me until I just started talking about it. It's just amazing how people can feel so differently. People who are not all that different. And I think that's the point, is that even though sometimes it seems like people are so far off in the way they think and the way they feel, the bottom line is I don't really think that's true. And I've been listening to Pam Gregory a lot because she's very hopeful and she never talks about politics. Never. And like, I have no business talking about politics. I'm not talking about politics, obviously. I'm talking about how I feel about things that are in my outer world and how they're impacting my inner world, and how just listening to that conversation and knowing how those two people felt and what they were talking about, I was just so surprised and, like, in a strange way, comforted. I didn't know whether to be horrified or comforted. But, like, I feel like I know these people and they're good people. So I feel like, I don't even know. Maybe I need to start this video over. Holy moly. What defects can I turn over today? Oh my God. Overthinking? Overthinking. Please help me, God. Please help me to stop overthinking. I'm going to stop there as far as this goes. Holy mackerel. I just want everything to be okay. I don't care who the president is. I just want everyone to be okay. And that's the 100% truth. I want people to be able to be who they are. I want people to feel like they are loved and accepted. I want people to feel like they have hope. That's all. That's all. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to look this over. That's beautiful. This is about thinking. The slogan, think. It's funny. And this person is likening it to stop, look, and listen. This is great. Before we get lost in obsessive analysis, we can stop. I can stop. Then we can look at what's going on and our part in it. Then we can listen for spiritual guidance. Amen. So it's saying before we say something unkind to someone else or to ourselves, we can take a moment to think. We can stop, look, and listen. And then we can calmly deal with the situation or simply walk away. Today's reminder: we can ask our higher power for help to think before we speak and pray before we act. The quote is from Al-Anon, A Day at a Time. The program helps us to make wise choices that are good for us. And that is a great way to live our life today. Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, I should have read this one first. That's a great reminder. And I think my idea of becoming a little more informed of the current national issues was a bit I think I had the right intention, but I think that I probably don't need to do that unless it's something that I'm voting on. And the only voting that I'm doing is a town election where I live in April. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on that. I'm going to keep on praying, and I'm going to just keep living my life in a way that feels good to me. And that's my answer for now. Sorry this was so heavy, or I guess I shouldn't apologize. And just thank you for listening if you've made it this far. I don't know if people are feeling similarly, and you know what? It's okay either way. It's okay either way. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.